It's 9:10 in the evening. I'm heading off down to Buckler's Hard. The boys left, Dave and Josh left about 5 or 6 hours ago, and I couldn't get away before now, so we're going to be doing a 40-hour slog to the Scillies overnight and all day tomorrow and some of the next day. Anyway, this is a little video that Josh sent me of their departure. I'll put it on next.
Well, Dave, we're finally on the way, and there's two things that I'd like to draw your attention to.
He's moaning already.
No.
Oh.
Look at how much stuff Dad's bought. The car is full. There wouldn't have been room for you. There would not have been room for you. The other thing is, we're just getting used to the sound of engine noise.
That's true.
Because I think that's going to be a feature of the next 3 days.
The good thing about Lee Shaw's Lazy Jackson lunches is we tend to pack quite light. We're in the working berth just to load up. Josh has only just made it. Josh is already on board Polonia, and he ain't quite like himself today. He is in all the glory. Josh hasn't quite decanted, which is a little bit disappointing, but he's there.
I've just heard my engine fire up, so it looks like I've got to step aboard and go. Boys, this is pretty efficient. I hear the engine start up as I walk down the pontoon. Look at this. Lines away, boys. I'll step aboard.
There he is. It's coming up for 1 AM.
Is it? Is it really?
Well, it's gone midnight. What is the time?
1 minute past midnight.
Oh, 1 minute past midnight. And Nipper's still awake. I mean, this is quite... And, you won't believe it, the engine's off and we're actually sailing. It's night and we're
12
sailing.
knots of wind, nearly just forward of the beam. So here's the plan. We'll exit the Bewley on the ebb tide. That should spit us out the trap at the Hurst Point nicely. We will have the end of a foul tide at Portland, but we'll keep a 5 to 10 mile offing, and we'll have a fair tide most of the way across Lyme Bay. We'll keep a reasonable offing off of all the next headlands, keeping Wolf Rock to starboard, and arrive around 9 o'clock at the Isles of Scilly. Right on cue, the dolphins appeared in Lyme Bay to escort us safely on our way.
What could possibly go wrong here, Dave?
The day Nipper broke his skull.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, we've got this beautiful new hammock, and it seems that it's a little bit under strength. Josh has just sat in it, look. What you got to say for yourself, Josh?
Let me just say my butt hurts a little bit as I fell on the floor.
Fourth pressure. Opening up nicely for us. We'll drop in at Porth Cressa for the first day, as we want to pick up a few things in town, and because the swell is from the south, we'll nip round to the northeast of the island and anchor just here for the night. Now, Porth Cressa is a delightful anchorage with easy access by dinghy to the main town of St Mary's, without having to battle the crowded anchorage of St Mary's Pool, but it is rather open to weather from the south. And so for this reason we elected to take the short 4-mile hop around to Little Porth on the north of the island, and the panoramic views of the different islands is quite stunning from this location. Right, boys, where are we going?
Port Cressa and then St Mary's. Port Cressa Beach and then St Mary's Town. Check up on fuel, water, see if there's an outboard engineer. 22 times.
22 pulls it took me. 22
This
pulls.
is his new... We've got a suggestion box for the Isles of Scilly. one is that they have a tap for visiting yachtsmen.
And the other good recommendation is get some wheels for your tender, because they dig in like ploughs, and it makes you, it's 3 times harder, but it's good for your fitness, I would say, wouldn't you? You're right, Josh, you're using your nose.
Yeah.
He's using his nose to control his drone. Look, this is extraordinary. Oh, he's done it as well.
Please check it on the map.
I need to hold the drone, hold the controller, and press 2 buttons. I can't do that with just one hand.
I feel I ought to report back that Mr. Oliver has he's learnt from past misdemeanours. You have, haven't you?
And this sounds like a very veiled compliment. I'm not sure that I'm going to like this.
No. Josh, you'll back me up on this, because he's not filled the kettle quite as full. I mean, it's still far too much for 2 cups. There's probably about 5 or 6 cups in there, but at least he's not filling it to the brim, is he?
No, but you got to be honest. All night and all day, 35 hours of it, I've offered you tea and coffee, and within minutes it's been ready. Not hours like you.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, Dave.
Happy Father's Day.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
It's good of us that we bring our dad with us when we go on holiday, isn't it? And we're good sons, aren't we?
In your dreams, Roberts, in your dreams.
In my nightmares, Josh, in my nightmares. This is where we are on the map, north of St Mary's, surrounded by all of the northern Scilly Isles. Lovely thing to wake up to, isn't it? We were just saying.
No, cruel.
There's
It's
two
wrong.
things
This
I
is
was
dishonouring.
urging Mr. Oliver to get. Josh will remember this. I was urging him to get a cockpit enclosure and a solar panel, and he loves them both now. And you were urging him to get a battery management
system, yeah.
which he absolutely adores. It's like a massive distraction for him, isn't it?
But it's great. It's like a pacifier for a little baby that they just suck on it, and they stop them from crying and whining about other things.
No,
He always starts a video with no,
because
no.
I know what's going to happen. Look at that
it's not-
smug.
no,
No,
it's
look at the smug face on his.
I'm smiling. I'm happy.
That's not
I'm happy.
smiling. He's not happy. He's had to clear grouts off his cockpit.
It's
sole.
approaching midday.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm here itching to go sailing, because I am. These two still in their PJs.
Just finishing up a coffee.
No, you're finishing up your 4th coffee.
Well, a coffee. I didn't
He's in
say
his
the
PJs.
coffee.
They're both in their PJs. It's hanging around. It's so.
Hey, everyone. My family been buying me Father's Day presents. Look at this. It's a 2-step fender step. Best be if I put it up the right way. Look at that. To match the other blues on Cool Runnings. And all the way from South Africa, you'll have Father's Day present envy. Josh and Zoe bought me this pack to take your on-beach barbecue and barbecue coals with you. Utensils go in there, fire lighters go in there, and charcoal and little barbecue in there.
What was that? At the end, you did that.
They're not a horse. They don't need cheering up.
Round Island, where we shall be turning to port and weaving our way down to Teens Sound. Do you mind if I sort the dinghy out tonight? Do you mind if I stow the dinghy?
What's wrong with the dinghy?
You, last night.
No. It was secured thoughtfully, wrapped round 3 times. So it was just the rope, not that awful carabiner, which is a sure sign of poor seamanship anyway. We're not climbing mountains, we're nautical people.
He tied the dinghy so close to my bathing
it
platform,
wasn't
so close to it went through several times round and then back to the transom of the dinghy, so close that the paddle was flicking the transom bathing platform every 10 minutes, and it was making this sound as it travelled up the backstay.
And how long did you wait before you went
I'm thinking,
to sort
what's
it?
hitting the backstay? Eventually I climbed out my hatch, so I didn't disturb you boys. Got my backside wet because it hit the condensation on the hatch.
Moan. Not grateful that we secured his dinghy for him. While we're talking serious stuff, we did make the remark that going to bed on a boat is fraught with all kinds of things, because typically what happens, you secure everything you can think of. You get your PJs on, you get nice and warm in a duvet or a sleeping bag, and then you hear a few noises, and there's this awful dilemma in your mind. Do I get cold and go and sort it with the clear knowledge that I'll sort it, go back to bed, and another noise will appear? Or do you just leave it and try and sleep through it?
Add to that, my problem is that as soon as I move, I need the toilet. Now, I wanted to talk about Josh. Josh, or Nipper, as you know him, has produced, he's pre-prepared, what is it, a cheese? Macaroni cheese. He's put so many different cheeses in it. And it's in this huge baking tray. And it weighs about
We can
4 or
barely
5
lift it, the two of
kilos.
us,
It's
can't we?
extraordinary. The amount of calories in that, Josh. Trying to kill us
It's got
off.
veg in there as well. It's got veg, 2 of your 5 a day. I mean, it's smothered in cheese, but it's 2 of your 5 a day.
We'll have a look at that later when we eat it tonight.
Yeah.
I suppose it's going to use so much of my gas because it's a massive thing. To heat that up, it's going to drain us of gas. These boys don't know how to use water wisely on about why this one doesn't in
Can
particular.
I just have a confessional? I don't do this very often, but Yachting Monthly actually has a confessional that wins a prize. So I think I could win the prize with this. When we anchored, because I was quite concerned about where the swinging circle might take us, I had this very tightly defined transit between 2 rocks. They are now both submerged.
That's a lot of help, isn't it?
That's not really very good, is it? Oh,
Josh is cooking and there's smoke pouring out.
This is
here.
like me
What
trying
are
to
you
cook a
doing,
cheese
Josh?
toasty. Please don't burn this dish.
He's already burnt it.
No, it's the dripping cheese. Someone put too much cheese on.
Just been into fuel update. Why do we never ever think to film anything?
I don't know, mate.
We just film ridiculous tattle. Look at the lichen on here.
What is it, Dave? Lichen?
It's
Like and subscribe.
What?
Like and subscribe.
What is it? Am I saying it wrong? Take 2. Oh, look at the lichen.
And subscribe.
Lichen and Take 3. Take 3.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, look at the lichen.
And subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Just been fishing.
Lovely.
Got come back with a couple of decent pollocks, so bodes well for our lunch on the beach tomorrow, doesn't
lunch
it?
on the beach tomorrow.
I can hear him talking about me. I've got no art with cooking. What is he talking about? I'm just sat here innocently, and he goes down there and he accuses me of stuff. Unbelievable. I'll have a word with him.
Poor Josh, we've had to give him a list, haven't we, to go and send him off shopping. He's got... What's the worst thing in your opinion he hasn't got on board so far? I've got my view.
A decent kitchen roll for a starter.
No, I'm thinking life-threatening.
Oh yeah, life-threatening. Oh, the light on the...
No light on a horseshoe buoy. The horseshoe buoy is rotten, so is the warp connecting it, which wasn't linked to the dam buoy.
And listen, he's got the most amazing red light system down here, so at night time you don't affect your night vision.
Yeah.
So actually you go up there and...
Honestly, I bring them on board. I take them to the Scillies. I give them the vacation of a lifetime, and they give me all this jip. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I give them
rubbish.
I give them the vacation of a I give them the vacation of a lifetime, and this is how I get treated. Get out of here! Get out of here! There's always a feast. There's always a starter. It's always well thought through. It's civilised.
Yeah.
When Josh is in the galley.
Yeah, basically he is his father's son, there's no doubt about it.
We've got tomahawk steak coming up, which we'll show you in a minute. Here we go. Let's have a look at this tomahawk.
So let's see.
Let's have a look. Oh, nailed it. He's nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it.
There's Polonia. And there's the vagabonds that I've got aboard. What you sat on, Josh?
A rock with some lichen. Subscribe!
So we've come up to watch the sunset, haven't we, boys?
Oh, it's stunning.
Won't be long now.
Absolutely.
That's Man of Var.
Yeah, not very.
That's Round Island. Above Josh's head, with a light on it. That's St Helens. I don't know where we are. No, there's us down there in the middle.
Please tell me you
I can hear it. They're horrible. Yeah, Danny, look. It's like Egypt and the blooming
Plague.
Look at them bouncing on this rock.
It's just started, so start again.
No,
you jump
no,
ahead.
I am.
Before anybody's even switched the camera on, you're away.
You're smug. Look, smug face because he's opening a bottle of wine. I did all of this. Josh did this. Just did this little bit here. The thing with all the cheese. I did all this here.
Are you
Look.
trying to take?
So would you like to?
I'm speechless.
I wish you were. Can you tell us about this, Josh? What actually is it?
So we've got a mac and cheese with well over 1 kilo of cheese in there for the 3 of us. I suspect we'll be having leftovers.
Yeah. So, with a special thought for Andy, who never sails anywhere except in the rain, and Fat Tomo, who doesn't get anywhere, we've got some really good friends, Bob and Mia. We're on board their boat. We thought it was Contessa 26, and you castigated us. What is it?
Yes, it's an Elizabethan 29.
Oh, 29. And Fat Tomo, you gone nowhere. Mike, you go nowhere. Andy, you go nowhere. Where have you been in the last couple of years?
Stop castigating
No,
people.
I'll castigate who I want. You just keep quiet.
Your furrows in the fields where they lie, your factories and offices, kiss them all goodbye. Have a little faith in the dream
Come on, Toby.
in the sky. There's glory in believing in, and it's all in the beholder's eyes. Come on, you know, hope as you joke.
Man of Var opening up. Josh,
Yeah.
I feel like I was deliberately shamed this morning.
No, you were
No,
shamed.
I'm talking to Josh a minute. Just hang on a minute.
Yeah, but he doesn't always have anything proper to say.
So we were settled in, and when we settle in, we take the wheel off at night to give us more space.
And one of our crew members decided that not only was it time to up anchor and leave, the time to up anchor and leave was 5 minutes ago, so everything was done in a rush by one crew member.
Using the windlass without the engine
He didn't
started.
turn the engine on, and the windlass was grinding away, and then he's hoisting up the anchor.
And I'm sure he's seen that wheel, and he knows it's there, and he's...
So at one point he says, right, anchor's up, off we go lads, and Dave said, Josh, take the helm, and there was no wheel at the helm. So what makes this whole story that much sweeter for everyone involved except for one person was that our neighbouring boat at anchor that was at anchor with us last night, who had nice cups of coffee and was watching our expertly timed manoeuvre, commented about it's good to see you got your wheel on in time.
Yeah, so it was a public humiliation.
A public
Shocking.
humiliation.
Coming into New Grimsby Sound, Tresco on the left and Briar on the right. Is that it again? We've got another monster steak.
It's a 32 day age, dry aged sirloin chop steak, bone on, and we're just searing it off now, and then we'll stick it in the oven to finish it off. Get the internals to 42, whip it out, rest it for 10 minutes, job done.
Plus, we do have a Crow's Hermitage 2018, which we've opened. It's breathing. It is perfection.
You boys only just about pull your weight when you're on my boat. It's a little bit...
We're the only ones.
Exhausting.
We are the only ones pulling any weight. Honestly.
Excuse me.
Work. He's all Josh and... No,
I clean up the mess.
You
that
do
you
very
leave.
little.
A lot
You
of mess.
swan around acting like Admiral of
wash
the
up.
Fleet.
I wash up. They keep going on at me because I haven't got
Hey,
enough
Josh.
kit on board. I haven't got enough this, I haven't got enough of that. What?
Honestly, folks, I'm actually ashamed to be on this boat. But let me ask you a question, and feel free to respond honestly, like from the heart. We're on a 38-foot, he insists 39-foot Naiad, okay?
I don't insist it's a 39
does.
foot. It just happens to be 39
Oh,
foot.
smug.
Ah.
Right, no potato peeler, no whisk, not a jug on board.
I've got a jug. I've got a jug.
No,
I've got
he
a
has
jug.
a jug that he uses for
I've got a
diesel.
jug. No.
Yes, you do.
I've used it once for engine oil.
Okay, engine oil,
But-
and he wanted me to use it for water in his tanks today. So no whisk, no potato peeler, no jug. What was the fourth thing, Josh?
Potato masher?
No masher, no potato masher. How can any boat exist without those four things? Tell me.
No, let
if
me
you're a
explain.
boat-
Let me explain.
No, wait.
Let me explain.
Please tell me, viewers. If you do not have all four things, shame him. It is shameful.
There's a reason.
it
No,
is
listen to
shameful.
this for a minute. When my wife Rachel and I come on board, we plan meals that take 20 or so minutes. These fellas use so much gas. They only cook food that takes an hour and a half in the oven, and need three gas rings to cook everything else.
Ridiculous.
It goes
You know
on
what
and
he
on and
actually
on.
eat? No, don't look all smug. Look, he's looking smug. Look at him. No, turn the camera at your smug face. I'm going to take this camera off him. Look at it. That is smug.
We're doing 6 knots. The sea is dead calm. We've got the sun setting. Show them. Sun is setting. We've got 6 knots of wind and we're doing 5.8 knots of speed. 6 knots of wind on the beam, just forward of the beam.
So it's the wind vane showing 6.1, 6.2. Speed down there, bottom left, bottom right.
And we've got 4 knots of tide against us. Nevertheless, it is a nice anchorage, Dee.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I hate to acknowledge it, but I did find this place last year. Brought him to it. He nearly went aground. By the way, when we came in, I actually felt the keel touch the ground. He swears blind he didn't.
It nearly went aground, but it was rapid reverse. Just had an extraordinary moment. What was that, Dee?
Look, he's actually got a kitchen tool. I'll not hear a word said against this. That's a decent boat colander.
Collapsible colander.
Collapsible. If only had a collapsible masher, he'd be all right.
Well, I've had a compliment from him. I've had a compliment from him, Josh.
How's it going, Dee?
Yeah, I wish I'd got a masher, if I'm honest. Farewell, Falmouth.
Yeah, it's easy to get distracted.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
get
can
quite
find
hungry.
A P wave that's regular that matches up with the QRSs that you are seeing.
Lovely little anchorage, Barn Pool. We've just stopped here for lunch. They've just lifted my anchor up, and they've pulled it in upside down. It's like they invent ways of messing things up. we decided to head off to the Elm, sailing through the bridge. Be proud of us, Cat Schmidt, sailing into the Elm, sailing everywhere we've been. Look at the food all down his front.
Sorghum, look. Sorghum.
Honestly,
Yes.
more goes.
He got a look. He's really miffed because his cheese and onion
It is a bit smaller than
is
this.
much smaller.
But my point is here, I reckon around, well you judge, Josh, but 30% of what goes in is supposed to go in his mouth ends up on the floor.
Just look at that big
30%.
flake of pastry on his knee
Yeah.
that is just going to go onto the deck within seconds.
There is so much food under that deck. It's extraordinary. Anyway, it's 12 o'clock. What time is 12 o'clock?
At 12 o'clock we get drinks and snacks. And we're counting down. Whoop, whoop. That's what we get. What is the time now? He can't tell because he's recording it. It's the only
About
time.
11:59.
We haven't had a single dolphin, have we?
No, we'll wait. We'll get one. One.
Say again? Oh.
Ah! Duke up. Second time this trip. No socks, so it's a little bit of a faff. But you symmetric spinnaker boys will have no pity for us whatsoever.